Remember when Trump insisted,
I have nothing to do with Project 2025.
well, now that he's president in 2025, what he's doing sure looks a lot like
Project 2025.
A Time magazine analysis found that about 2/3 of Trump's Week 1 executive orders seem to be ripped from the pages of the Project 2025 playbook. At Courier, we've been talking about Project 2025 since 2023. What we said would happen is now happening. Here are 5 ways Trump and his billionaire backers are putting Project 2025 into action. Number 1. Trump is filling the White House with the Project 2025 team. Russell Vought has been called the chief architect of Project 2025, and Trump chose him to return as head of the crucial Office of Management and Budget. Vought argued that a president can override Congress to freeze funding of programs he doesn't like, even though this is explicitly against the law. We've already seen the new Trump White House try to do that. Trump picked Brendan Carr, who wrote the chapter on the FCC, to head the FCC. He picked Peter Navarro, an author of Project 2025's chapter on trade, to be trade counselor. He picked contributor Tom Homan to be the border czar. Stephen Miller and Caroline Levitt were part of Project 2025 and even starred in its recruitment video. Trump picked them respectively to be Deputy Chief of Policy and Press Secretary. Number 2. A mass firing purge is at the center of Project 2025. The biggest goal of Project 2025 was to fire all the non-political government employees who were hired because of their expertise and replace them with MAGA henchmen. And sure enough, Trump has been on a firing frenzy. The head of the FAA resigned on Inauguration Day under pressure from unofficial co-president Elon Musk. And Trump fired the heads of the TSA and Coast Guard and scrapped the Aviation Security Advisory Committee, leaving critical air safety vacancies ahead of the tragic national airport crash. Trump illegally fired more than a dozen inspectors general who are supposed to be the watchdogs against corruption and abuse at federal agencies. He nominated an FBI director who's called for shutting down FBI headquarters and replacing career crime fighters with MAGA cronies.
We got to put in all America patriots top to bottom.
And Trump has offered a financial incentive to all 2 million federal employees to quit immediately. Last time he was in office, it took Trump 4 years to put more than 2 million Americans out of work. And this time, he's tried to do it in his first week on the job. Can you imagine the chaos if the entire federal government took his offer and quit? If there were suddenly no one to run air traffic control, no one to cut Social Security checks, no one working at Veterans Affairs, no one doing cancer research, and no food safety inspections? And what would it do to